I'm Rito. So today we are going to discuss about the IMUCET 2026 exam preparation, right? Mathematics subject. We have these following topics we have in maths. It is 50 questions come from this. So these are the topics: matrices, trigonometry, complex number, then analytical geometry, calculus, vector algebra, probability. So these are the topics in the syllabus. So question may come from these topics only. So today we'll discuss about, since we have 1 hour, so we'll discuss about the algebra, the topics about algebra. I'll explain the basic concept and formulas in algebra. Then we'll do some problems, some sample problem around the questions there. Depend upon the time, we can do as many problems from the algebra topic. So, the algebra we have, these are the subtopic we have. It's a unit 1. There is it coming, algebra, the matrices also coming under this, the complex number also coming in this. So, what is sets? What is sets? Sets is, set mean, you study in lower classes, right? Set usually we do not put in a set bracket like this. Set of all natural number, we say that 1, 2, etc. is called a set. From the set only we define the relation. From relation we define the function. Actually, these are basics, right? So for relation we need two sets. One set is here, another set is here. This set is A, this set is B. Okay. So we relate the two set like this. The relation, there are many relations. One is 1 to 1 and then into, like there are many sets are there. 1 to 1 and into, like this. Then from the relation, you define the function. So function we usually write y equal to f of it. These are all basics only. Question may come, right? So you should know the basics. So y equal to f of x be a function. So in that function, all that functions are coming, trigonometrical functions, polynomial function, all these are coming, right? So from the function, the question may come finding domain and codomain. So domain means this first one is a domain. Usually domain is x-axis. So codomain is y-axis, right? The value in x-axis is called a domain. The value in y-axis is called a codomain. So question may come find the domain and codomain. Okay, opposite. Right. Next one is a complex number. Complex number, in general form, we'll write z is equal to a plus ib is a set of number. Number system and natural integer, right? Real number. In this last one is a complex number. Usually we write the complex number z is equal to a plus ib, where a is called the real part, then b is called the imaginary part, right? A is the real part, b is the imaginary part, where a and b are the real parts. In that, there are a lot of properties of the complex number, modulus of set. Modulus of set means square root of it is a square plus b square. Then polar form of complex number also we have. Polar form means we write x is equal to r cos theta. Then y equal to r sin theta. This is a polar form of a complex number. By using this polar form, we have a lot of problem. Problem may come by using this. In the complex number is very important. This I. Okay, based on I only the number complex number. Okay, right. So it is a plus ib. So what is I? The value of I is square root of -1. So when we solve a quadratic equation, the value of I comes, right? Suppose sometimes you make it when you solve the equation, you make it right 2 plus or minus square root of in the incidence if we get a negative number, then this we write it as I. So 2 plus or minus you write root 3 and -1. So root -1 we write it I. So 2 plus or minus the root 3 I is a complex number. Okay? So there is, in the complex number we have uh, the problem may come finding the argument, okay, then amplitude, These are all question may come. What is argument? Argument means, right? Argument, then amplitude. Then in this same complex number, we have a D Mavius, right? D Mavius, there is R cos theta plus I R sin theta whole to the power n. So we keep R outside. So cos theta plus I sin theta whole to the power n, we write as cos theta plus I sin theta, right? Right? Whole to the power n, cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So like like many problems are coming in commerce. Just I'm giving you only introduction. Next one is matrices and determinant. Matrices, matrices means it is a arrangement of rows and columns. Determinant means there is a value for the arrangement of rows and columns, right? So in the determinant, there are a lot of properties are there, all the properties. Then matrices also, we can add the matrix, we can multiply the matrix. If we want to multiply the two matrices, the first matrix column equal to second matrix. So this condition, then grammar, right? All are you studied, right? Just recall all these definition and formulas of matrices and determinant. Then in algebra, we have a quadratic function, quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, solving the quadratic equation, which is we write ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then I will write x is equal to minus plus or minus a, right? Minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by it's a formula for solving quadratic equation. Then there is a factorization also. You can solve the quadratic equation by using factorization or the next one we have a sequence and series. Sequence mean series and sequence. From that only we have a topic that is AP, arithmetic progression, and geometric progression. These are all coming in sequence and series only. You know what is the AP, right? AP means AP. Okay. Wait a second. Yes. Right. So AP is arithmetic progression. We have in the arithmetic we need two numbers. One number is first number, that is we denote by small a, which is first number. Then another one is d, which is called as okay, common difference, right? If you know a and d, we can write the arithmetic progression. The arithmetic progression is usually we write a, comma a plus d, comma a plus 2d, comma a plus 3d, like this we write. In the arithmetic progression, we have a nth term formula, that is Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into t. Then sum of n term form also, Sn is equal to n by 2 plus n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into t, right? Then in GP also, you should know the first term and the common ratio. The first term we denote by small a, the ratio with r. So we write the GP as a, comma, AR square like this. We can write it. So in GP also we have the sum of n term and the finding the nth term formula. So, okay. So this is come under sequence and series. Then binomial theorem, by means 2, it is x plus y whole to the power n is equal to, NC0 x power n plus NC1 x power n minus 1 into y plus NC2 x power n minus 2 into y square, etc. So that is, which is called binomial, right? Binomial theorem. On the binomial theorem, we can find the middle term, right? The coefficient of the expansion. Suppose you have a number, if you have a, right? If you have a expansion x plus some 2 whole to the power 5. So what is the coefficient of x power 3? They asked to find coefficient of x power 3. You can find by using the binomial theorem. By using binomial theorem, we can find the coefficient of x power 3 or x power 5, x power or whatever it is, right? So by means to their power. So from that only we have a formula a plus b whole square, a plus b whole square, whole two pendant coming under this binomial theorem. Now, in the binomial theorem, there is an alternative of binomial theorem. Suppose if you forget the binomial theorem expands x plus y to the power n, you can use the alternative which is called Pascal triangle, right? So we'll do some problem by using Pascal triangle also. I'll explain that time what is Pascal triangle. It is 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1 like this. Okay, it's look like a triangle. It is called a triangle. So it's called a Pascal triangle. From there, you can find the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of x plus 2 to the power 5 or whatever it is. You can find the coefficient and the expansion, everything you can find. Like binomial theorem, so alternative of binomial theorem is Pascal triangle. Then last one, the permutation and combination is also come under algebra. So permutation means, as arrangement. Combination means selection, right? Suppose you have three people, you have to arrange three people in an order, or three books you have. You have to arrange the three books in an order. And how many ways you can arrange the three books in an order? In two cells or one cell or three cells. Like this. So we write the permutation as a formula that is NPR. You know the permutation NPR formula, which is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So this is NPR, which is called permutation. So permutation means arrangement. Next one is combination. Combination means it is called selection. Suppose there are 50 students, you have to select 2 students or 3 students from the 50. We use the combination. The combination we have the formula which is NCR. So NCR, the formula is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Right? This is NCR formula. You studied in your classes, lot of problem by using permutation and combination, binomial. All this we have done. Okay. Just I revise this topic of algebra. Only the first topic, algebra, only today. I just revised all this topic. Now we'll see some problem based on this algebra. Okay. We have some problem. So we'll do the problem of algebra. Okay. Now, now this is the problem which is in algebra. Wait a second, I'll write this one. So these are the topic we have. So this topic we'll discuss in some other class. The remaining topics, coordinate geometry, trigonometry, algebra. These topic we'll discuss in some other day. At time discuss. So today we'll discuss only the first part topic, which is algebra. Right. So just now I explain what is the topics and formulas which is used in algebra. Now these are the sample question. I have around 50 questions. Some questions are easy, some questions are little difficult. It's like a hard or medium like this. We have a question. So we'll see the question one by one. These questions are from the unit 1 from algebra. Algebra means matrices and complex number. These are all complex, right? Matrices, complex number, quadratic equation, sequence series, and binomial permutation and multiplication. From these topics, we are going to discuss some questions, some sample questions. Yes. Look at the first question. It is if the set A equal to 1, 2, 3, and the set B equal to 3, 4, 5, then you are asked to find U intersection B. Simple question one. A intersection B. You know what is A intersection B? It is the intersection B, which is an element which is common between A and B. So we have here the set A is 1, 2, and 3. So in set B, we have a number 3, 4, and 5. In these two sets, the number 3 is common. Number 3 is common in both the sets. So A intersection B is set 3 1. Right? You put in set bracket. right? Set B. Okay, yeah, we understand. So intersection means a number which is common in both sets. Whenever we use a symbol intersection, common. If it is union means we have to write both the numbers. The number which is appear in A and B. All the numbers you have to write. Then in this you should know the dash, okay, which is complement. So if it is A dash mean we need a whole set. There is sigma, the whole set. So suppose if they're asking A dash or B dash something, then we have to write the numbers which is not in A, right? That is A dash. So a number which is in sigma but not in A, those number you have. But here this question is for given A, for given B, you are asked to find A intersection B. So A intersection B means a number which is common between A and B. Right. Now we'll move on to the next question. Second one. Second question. The value of I square. Just now I told you the value of I square. I, you know the value of I, which is square root of -1. Okay. If it is square means, then it is minus square root of -1 the whole square, which is you get -1, right? The value of I squared is -1. So simple one only, right? Sometimes they may ask these type of questions, simple questions. Sometimes the hard questions. We have around 20 questions are easy one. The remaining 20 hard one we are okay selected. So this is easy question only. So I squared value. But you should know what is I value. I value is square root of -1. If you square on both the sides, get I square is equal to -1. So here the correct answer is what? B. Okay. Now we move on to the next question. Question number 3. So the question is the root of a quadratic equation, root of the quadratic equation, x square minus 9 equal to 0, right? You know the solving the quadratic equation, you can use either formula or factorization, but here you can use the formula like a square minus b square. You know the formula, it is a minus b into a plus b. So we are writing that 9 as 3 square. So you can write this as x minus 3 into x plus 3, which is equal to 0. There are two factors. So x minus 3 equal to 0, then x plus 3 equal to 0. From that you can find the x value, which is plus 3 and minus 3. So the solution of x square minus 9 equal to 0 is plus or minus 3. So the correct answer is for A, right? You understand? So here you can use even a formula also. I'm using a formula means quadratic equation formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by. You can use this formula, right? R. Here I'm using the formula a square minus b square. Okay. Now we move on to the fourth question, right? Question number 4. It is a 5c1, the value of 5c1. I told you already, it is a combination. So 5c1 means it's a combination. You know the NCR formula, which is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Now here in the place of n you have 5, in the place of r it is 1. So if you put the value of n and r here, you get 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial. You know the factorial value? 1 factorial means which is 1. 0 factorial also 1, right? If it is 2 factorial, which is 1 into 2, right? 3 factorial means 1 into 2 into okay, 3, right? So here we have the numerator 5 factorial, which you can write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Divided by, you have 5 minus 1, which is 4 factorial, which you can write 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So if you cancel the numerator and denominator, you will get the value 5, right? The 5C1 value is 5. So the option is what here? So you should know the formula NCR. Since we are discussing about NCR, the combination, you should know the formula NPR also, right? Permutation. This is combination. So combination means selection, permutation means arrangement. So NPR formula is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. But NCR is n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. This is what question number, right, 4. Now we'll move on to question number 5. So the question number 5 is from matrices, right? We have a determinant 1, 0. Yes. Question number 5. The value of the determinant 1, 0, first row, second row 0, 1. You know how to expand the determinant. You are finding the product of the diagonal minuses. That is this number into, so 1 into 1 minus the other diagonal, product of other diagonal, which is 0 into 0. So which is 1 minus 0, which is equal to 1, right? So the correct, these are all simple question only. But sometimes you may forget this, how to expand the determinant. Since we are studying the expansion of 2 cross 2, you should know the expansion, how to expand the determinant of 3 cross 3 also, right? So since we have a problem of 2 cross 2, I'll give one example for 3 cross 3. Suppose you have a numbers like this, so 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 0, 3, 1 is 0, 3. So then how to expand this determinant you know. So you can expand this. This is a 3 cross 3 determinant. You can expand the determinant by any row or any column. But you know there are 8 properties of determinant, right? Just recall. So if you are expanding by first row, then you can write 1 into with that corresponding column, corresponding row and column. So balance you have 0, 3, 0, 3, the determinant. Then minus 2 into omit that corresponding column and row. So we get minus 1, 3, 1, 3. Then plus 3 into omit that corresponding column and row. Get here minus 1, 0, 1, 0. Right? Now 2 cross 2 expansion, just now we are 10. So just expand this. So this will be 0. Okay, this will be minus 1, it's minus 3, then minus 3, minus 6. So to get here, first one 0, minus 2 into minus 3, minus, then plus 3 into, again you get 0, minus 0, 0. So you get minus 2 into minus 6, which is plus 12, right? So this is the value of finding a 3 cross 3 determinant. Okay, these are simple only, but question may come. Yes. Now you go on to the next question. Next question is question number 6. The question is this: the sum of first n natural numbers. Sum of first n natural numbers is equal to what is actually it is a formula, right? You study in your old classes for sum of n natural number means which is the number. You know what is the natural number? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus etc. Okay, plus n. So here we are finding this sum of n number. Yeah, this is a formula you studied in lower classes by using the mathematical induction principle, right? So here the sum is n into n plus 1 divided by 2, right? Sum of n, first n natural number is n plus 1 divided by 2. You can verify this by putting the value of n. Suppose if you put n equal to 1. So here if you put n equal to 1, then you get 1 into 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So the 2 to cancel, you get 1. So sum of first term is 1. Suppose you are finding sum of first two terms. You are putting n equal to 2 into plus 1 divided by 2. So cancel, so you get 3. So sum of the first two terms is what? 1 plus 2, which is 3. Right? This is what the method which used in a mathematical induction principle. From the mathematical induction principle only we derive this formula. So here the question is that directly they're asking the formula. So you just write the formula. But the formulas is derived like this. Right? N equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to. If you put n equal to yes 3 means then sum of first three terms. So you know sum of first three terms is 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 6. So you put here n equal to 3, then you get 3 into 3 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 3 into 4 divided by 2. So get 6, right? So you can verify, right? Like this, you can verify and find that. Suppose you think that n square, but fine, right? Put the n value. You may not get the sum. This sum you may not get. So the correct answer is what? B1. Okay, it cannot be C. Suppose you select, you think that C is the correct answer. You put the value, right? Different value of it and check, verify whether you are getting the sum of first two number correctly, first three number, right? You can verify by using mathematical induction principle. So here we are using mathematical induction principle. It's the last topic in the budget. Okay, right. So the sum of first n natural number answer is E, which is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, right. Now, we have move on to the next question. Question number, right? Yes, 7. This question is the number of permutation of three objects taken two at a time, right? So number of three objects taken at a time is there are three objects taken two at a time is 3P2, right? This is selection. Okay. So whenever the word permutation means sorry arrangement. Okay, whenever the word combination is a selection. So here permutation. So they given a permutation. Sometimes they may not give the permutation. Instead of permutation, they may use the word arrange. So we should know arrangement means right permutation. So it is 3P2. So 3P2, you know NPR formula, which is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So here n is 3. So p factorial divided by it is 3 minus 2 factorial. You know 3 factorial, which is 1 into 2 into 3. 3 minus 2, 1. So 1 factorial 1. So you get the answer is 6. Right? So the number of permutations of three objects taken two at a time is nothing but 6. Okay? Yes. So move on to the next question. Question number 8. The question number 8 is if z is equal to 3 plus 4i, what's the value of modulus z? Right? Value of modulus z. I told you in the beginning, okay, suppose you have a complex number z is equal to a plus ib. We are finding modulus z, which is multiple modulus of a plus ib, which is root of a square plus b square. Value of a square plus b square. Here in the place of A we are having 3, in the place of B we are having 4. So if you put the value of A and B, then you get 3 square plus 4 square, which is equal to 9 plus, okay, 16. So root 25 is equal to 5. So the value of modulus Z, when Z is equal to 3 plus 4i, 4i, the value is 5. So here the correct answer is A, right? You understand? So now for the next question, question number 8, 9. So question number 9 is, it is a question from AP, there is arithmetic preparation. You know what is arithmetic preparation? I told you just now, so 10 minutes back also, the arithmetic preparation in short form we call it AP. The arithmetic preparation, usually we write A, the series. The series is A, then A plus B, A plus 2D, A plus 3D plus etc. Okay. This is called arithmetic preparation. For example, a number like this, 1, 3, 4. This is an arithmetic preparation. Here the A is called first term, B is called the difference. The difference between any two consecutive terms is equal, then the series is called AP. Now look at here, it is 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 2 value is 1. 4 minus 3 value is 1. So the difference between any two continuous consecutive terms is equal, then the series is called AP. So AP in general we write like this: A plus B, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. Now the A is called the first term. A we call as first term. Then D is called difference. D we call as difference. Right. If you know the first term and difference, you can form the AP by us. So when you form a AP, we need first and the difference only. Here you have given a first term, which is 2. By given a first term, then you are given a difference 3. Then, so next term is we are adding the difference with the first term. So first term we are having 2. So the difference is 3. So the next term is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. So second term is 5. Now, this is called term 1, first term. This is term. Now, the third term, you are adding with this second term, again the difference 3. So, you get 5 plus 3, which is equal to 8. So, the third term is 8. Okay. Now, the next term, fourth term is from the third term, we are adding the difference 3. So you get 11, right? So this is the fourth term. So the question is they're asking only fourth term. So here the fourth term is 8 plus 3, which is equal to 11. So here the correct option is what? A. A is 11. So in an AP, if A equal to 2, B equal to, find the fourth term means you can find it like this. But suppose here they're asking fourth term, so we are finding manually step by step. But suppose they are asking 50th term, okay, 50th term, P50, 50th term or 40th term like this. So manually it is little difficult. You cannot find, okay, 50 time adding again and again. It's a little difficult. So we have a formula in arithmetic preparation. There is nth term formula. The nth term formula of AP is Pn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So the nth term of AP arithmetic preparation is Pn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now here it is given A, then D given, then the n, there is fourth term they are asking. So you put all the values in the formula, you get the answer directly 11. So see here, it is 2 plus, it is 4 minus 1, in the difference is 3. So 2 plus 3 into 3, which is 2 plus 9, which is equal to 11. Okay. So we are getting the fourth term by using the formula, right? So instead of finding the term by term like this, you can use a formula and you get the solution, right? So this formula is used if you use, right? If you are asked to find the n is large, for example, 50, 60, or 70, or 1000, something like that, you cannot find manually. So we use the formula, right? Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1. Since we are studying the arithmetic preparation, right? You should know sometimes the question may come, find the sum of four. Suppose you have what is the sum of 4 terms or sum of 50 terms? They may ask. So you should know the sum of n term formula of AP also, which we denote as Sn. The sum of n term, the formula is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into t. This is a formula for sum of n term, right? So here, n means, suppose they're asking to find 50, sum of 50 term of this AP. So we can consider n equal to 50. A value, that is first term. D is the difference. You put it, then you get the sum of the terms, right? Sometimes, depend upon the given, suppose we are given in this, not 50th term, they are given the last term in the series. Suppose they are given 11. So the A equal to 2, D equal to 3. The last term is 11. That is, they are given the value. So the question they may ask, by giving the value, the last term, they may ask to find the sum. If they are given the last term, then the same formula, you can write it like this. So we rewrite the formula. It is n by 2. A plus L. Write the formula. What is L? L is called the last term, right? L is called the last term. A is the first term, right? If they are given the difference and first term and n value, you can use the first term. Suppose they are given only the first term and last term, and they are asked to find the 50 terms of sum of 50 terms, but they are given the last term. You can use this formula. So these are the two formula which is used in AP, arithmetic preparation, right? So first one is the nth term formula. Next one is sum of n term. Right. Now, so we move on to the next question. Question number 5. Yes, 10. So question number 10 is we are given if A is A contain B, okay, A contain B, or A is a subset of B. If n of A equal to 3, n of B equal to 5, what is the maximum value of n of A intersection? So you should know the formula n of A union B formula, which is n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So this is a formula for A union B, n of A union. So in that formula, they are given, right? They are given n of A intersection B. But here, see, this is one formula. Another one, n of A intersection B is equal to n of A plus n of A into n of B, right? Right? N of A into n of B. A intersection means n of A into n of B. Suppose A and B are different. Okay. But here A contain B. So since A contain B, we use the first formula. So n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of p minus n of a intersection b. So if we use the form, we need to find n of a intersection. So n of a intersection b is equal to n of a, okay, plus n of b minus n of a union, okay, b. So now n of a is given, n of a is what here? B plus n of b is given, which is 5 minus n of a union b. So what it is given in the problem? It is a contain b. So a contain b means a is a subset of b. So a union b should be n of b1. So this would be 5. So here plus 5, then minus 5. So then you get equal to. So n of a intersection b equal. So the correct answer is what? Okay, 3. Sometimes if it is not given, a is subset or a contain b, if it is not given, so then they are supposed to give a union b, right? N of a union b is equal to something. You can use this one. So instead of n of a union b, like, okay, the number of terms of a union, they are given a contains b. So b, the union, b is the maximum set, a superset. So a union b should be b1. So that's why the place of a union b, we are putting n of b value and get the value of a intersection. Okay, right. So this is question number 10. Okay, now we move on to the question number 11. Right. So question number 11 is, this is a question based on the quadratic equation. So they are given the two roots. The roots are alpha and so alpha, beta are the given roots. It is the value of x is alpha and of the quadratic equation. The equation is given x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. The question is, what is the value of alpha plus beta? That means, what is the value of sum of the two roots? Sum of the two roots, alpha and beta, that we are writing alpha plus beta. What is the value of alpha plus beta? You know, in a quadratic equation, any quadratic equation, right, like this, x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots equal to 0. So any quadratic equation, you can write the quadratic equation like this by making, it's very important, the coefficient of x squared should be 1. Suppose you have some other number here, suppose it's 2x squared something, then you should divide it by 2. Then you can find the equation, rewrite the equation like this. Now look at here the equation, x squared plus 5 into x plus 6. So this is the sum of the roots. So here we have the roots alpha and beta. So sum of the roots means alpha plus product of the root is alpha beta, right? So here the question is they're asking alpha plus beta. Just compare both equation, right? The coefficient of x is the sum of the roots. So here the alpha plus beta equal to 5. So the correct answer is A. Right? Suppose they are asking product of the root is alpha beta. If they ask alpha beta, then you can consider the last term, which is the constant. So if it is alpha beta, if they ask alpha beta, the value of alpha beta is 6. But here they are asking only sum of the two, it's alpha plus beta, which is the coefficient of x, which is 5. Okay. Now, what is the next question? Question number is question number 12. Okay. So, question number 12 is you are asked to find the value of 1 plus I the whole square. What is the value of 1 plus I the whole square? You know, you can expand this by using a plus b the whole square. So, we expand it, then square plus 2 into I plus I square. A square plus 2ab plus b square. So 1 squared, 1 plus 2I. You know the value of I squared, we have seen in the beginning also, which is minus 1, right? Minus 1. Value of I squared, because I is equal to root of minus 1. So I squared is minus. So here you get 1 plus 2I minus 1. Both get cancel me, you get 2I. So the value of 1 plus I the whole square is 2I. Okay, right. Next, what are the next question? Question number, yes, question number 13. So question number 13 is the number of diagonals in a hexagon. The number of diagonals in a hexagon equal to 1, right? So the number of diagonals in a hexagon, there is a formula for diagonals of a polygon, right? Any polygon, any n value, and upon the n value, we have a formula of number of diagonals, which is n into n minus 3 divided by 2, right? So here the question is the hexagon. So hexagon means n equal to 6, right? We know hexagon. So this, okay, yes, we draw the hexagon like this. Yes, we know the hexagon is the hexagon, draw like this. Okay. This is what hexagon, right? So there are 6 faces of hexagon. In this hexagon, what are the diagonal? Diagonal is other one diagonal 1, diagonal 2, diagonal 3. But you can, it is visible only 3 diagonals. But if you see in the 3 dimensions, okay, there are many more diagonals are there. So to find, okay, in 3 dimensions you cannot, this you can draw in 2 dimensions. 3 dimensions we cannot see this. So in 3 dimensions, then you have to use the formula to find the. So here hexagon is what? 6, n equal to 6. If you put n equal to 6, so this 6 into 6 minus 3 divided by 2. So we get just 3. So this 3 into 2, which is equal to 9. So totally there are 9 diagonals. The number of diagonals is 9. So the correct answer is B, right? So the number of diagonals in a hexagon means, there are 6 faces. So 6. You put n equal to 6 in that formula. So you should remember the formula, okay, of finding the number of diagonals, which is n into n minus 3 divided by 2. Okay. Now, go on to the next question. Question number is 14. The question is this. What is the coefficient of x square in the expansion of 1 plus x to the power 4? Coefficient of x square in the expansion of 1 plus x to the power. So here you can use binomial theorem. You know the binomial theorem. X plus 5 to the power n nc0 x power n plus nc1 x power minus 1 plus nc2 x power n minus 2 into y square plus etc. ongoing. So in the place of x, or there is an alternative number 1 plus x to the power n is 1. plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by factorial, okay, x square plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial x cube plus x. So you can use either the first formula, but actually the second formula is derived from the first formula. So this is directly we can use, you put in the place of n4, you can find the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x squared be here, this third term only you have the coefficient x squared term. So in the place of n here 4, you get the coefficient of x squared is 4 in 4 minus 1 divided by here, which is 1. So 4 into 3 divided by 2, so 3 is 6. So the correct answer is what? B, which is 6. So here I am using the formula of binomial distribution. But you can use the alternative formula which I told you in the beginning. That is Pascal triangle. Right? Like this, if n is small, up to 10 you can use Pascal triangle. If it is more, you cannot use a Pascal triangle. But you should know the Pascal triangle also, since we are studying, right? Binomial theorem, you should know the Pascal. What is Pascal triangle? It is it's like a triangle, so it is called Pascal. Pascal derived this, so it's the name he has given. So 1, next row 1 1, next row 1. You add the above number and put in the n. Then start with 1, add the above number, put in the middle, add the above number, n with 1. Next start with 1, add the above number, add above, add above. Then n with 1, like keep on, right? This look like a triangle, so it is called Pascal triangle. Yeah, Pascal is done this. Now, what is the uses of this one? This is actually, this 1 is nothing but the expansion of x plus y. Now, the second one is the expansion of x plus y the whole square. You can find the expansion of x plus y the whole square. The third row, you can find expansion of x plus y the whole cube. The fourth row, you can find x plus y to the power 4, etc. Keep on going. Okay. Here we have the power is 1 to 4, so I expanded the return up to 4. But if it is 5 or 6, you can keep on like this. Now, how to find the coefficient of, now here the coefficient of x squared only there. See, now how to expand this x plus y to the, see, you just write the coefficient 1, leave some gap, right? Leave some gap, right? Next to 6, next to 4, next to 1. Just write that. Only the coefficient. Now, next, look at that here, the value, okay, the variable is here x. So, but if you, okay, suppose you are finding here d over x plus y whole to the power 4. Here we have the function is 1 plus x to the power 4, right? So, in the place of x, we are having 1. The place of y, we are having x. So, you put it here. The first value is 1 into 1 power, this number to the power 4. 1 power 4. Next one is 4 into 1 power 3. Next one is 1 power 2. Next one, 1 power 1. Next one, 1 power 0. You know, any number to the power 0 value is 1. Second term, we are having x. So you start from the last. So you can write here x power 4. Then one term less. So here you can write x power 3. Next, this is into x power 2. Then into x power 1. Then here x power 0. So x power 0, the value is 1. Now, the expansion of 1 plus x to the power 4 is in between, you just put plus. So 1 into 1 into 1. So you get 1 plus 4 into 1 into x. So 4x plus 6 into 1 into x square, 6x square. The next plus 4 into 1 into x cube, so 4x cube plus 1 into x power 4, x power 4. So this is the expansion of 1 plus x to the power 4 by using Pascal triangle. I'm not using a binomial theorem because binomial theorem you should remember the formula, right? So sometimes you may forget the formula. Pascal triangle you can easily remember. So use Pascal triangle, you can find the expansion. Now, in this expansion, what is the coefficient of x square? Look at that. Here is the x square. So the coefficient of x square here is what? 6. Right? So we find in the beginning coefficient of x square by using the binomial theorem formula. Right? Now I am finding this by using Pascal triangle. Okay, this is called Pascal triangle, which is very useful. Okay, right? To find the coefficient or expansion, whatever it is, we can use Pascal triangle. But the Pascal triangle, the demerits is you cannot use see, you can keep on write the triangle up to power 10 or power 11. So if it is power 20 means you cannot use Pascal triangle. The power is higher means it is very difficult okay, to use the triangle. So expansion is you can very lengthy. So if n is small, you can use and you can find the value of the coefficient or middle term. Sometimes question may ask a question, what is the middle term of this expansion, right? Or what is the coefficient of x power 4? Whatever it is, if they ask, use the Pascal triangle and you can find, right? In binomial theorem, one more thing I didn't tell. So you should remember one more formula in binomial theorem. There is r plus 1 formula. T r plus 1. Question may come. So what is T r plus 1? That is r plus 1 the term of binomial theorem, which is NC r x power n minus r into y power. So remember the r plus 1 form. Okay, this also needs some question they may ask to find what's the coefficient of x power 30 or x power 40 means we can't use Pascal triangle. So we should use only binomial theorem. In that case, you can't find up to 30 term in the expansion. So use the r plus 1 formula, T r plus 1 formula, and find the coefficient. Okay. So here the other possible problems are finding, they ask to find like coefficient of x squared or middle term, right? Or product of first and last term, something like that. They may ask a question. So for all these questions, just remember the TR plus 1 formula, then Pascal triangle. Okay? Right. Now move on to the next question. Question number, yes, 15. So question number 15, also AP only, arithmetic progression. Okay. I told you the arithmetic progression, the two stream back, we solved a problem. Now this question also arithmetic progression. So it is find the AP. If the AP is 3, 7, 11, find the 10th. That means you are asked to find T10. What is the value of T10? Right? I told you the formula, the nth term formula, which is A plus n minus 1 into D. Right? Where the A is called first term, right? First term. Then D is called the common difference. A is called the first term, D is called the common difference. Now, you have to find the first term and common difference, then you can find the 10th term easily. So, the first term is here, the first number, which is A equal to 3. Then, we have to find common difference, which is D. So, D equal to, it is common difference, the difference between two consecutive, any two consecutive. So there is 3 minus 7. There is 7 minus 3. Second term minus first term. Only you have to find, which is 4. If you find the third term minus second term, you should get same. Then only it is AP. Otherwise, it's not AP. Suppose we are finding the difference 11 minus 7. Okay, you should get what? 4 only. Suppose if it is 12, it is not a AP. You can't find the 10th term. So AP condition is the difference between the first consecutive term should be equal. So here it is D is 7 minus C, which is 4. Now you know the value of A and value of D. Put it here in the formula, you get the 10th term, which is D10 equal to 3 plus, n is 10. So 10 minus 1 into 4, which is 3 plus 9 into 4. So 3 plus 36. So we get 39. So in the AP, the 10th term of this AP is 39. So the correct answer is option A. Yeah, we understand? Okay. So we'll see one more question, then we'll start. Question number is 16. The question is, if the determinant is 0, what about the matrix? When the determinant, the value of the determinant is 0, then the matrix is singular matrix, right? You study in lower classes. What is the definition of singular matrix? A matrix should be a square matrix, very important. A square matrix, the determinant value of a square matrix is 0 means, then that matrix is called singular. Okay. So remember the definition of singular matrix. When the determinant, suppose you are given a matrix, you are asked to verify whether it is singular or not mean, you just expand it. If you get 0, it is singular. If you are not getting 0, non-zero, it is not a singular matrix. Okay. They are given other option also. You should know what is identity matrix. Identity matrix means the diagonal only having 1, all other elements are 0. Suppose if it is 3 cross 3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This is okay. Look at that. The diagonal having 1, all other elements are 0 means then it is called identity matrix. Or this is 3 cross 3. If it is 2 cross 2 means 1 0 0 1. Singular matrix. Null matrix means all the values are on in a determinant, all the values 0, it is called null matrix. Diagonal matrix, okay. Otherwise, it is called scalar matrix, which is the diagonal having number. So even this also called a diagonal matrix. So we have the diagonal having number, all other elements are 0, is called diagonal matrix, right? But here the determinant 0 means it is not a diagonal matrix because this value is not 0, right? Only the singular matrix, only determinant matrix. Okay, right. So today we discuss the 16 question, which is based on the chapter 1 algebra, right? So in another session, we'll continue the remaining problem of unit 1. Okay, right. Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. See you next class.
So thank you very much, sir.
Okay, sir.